Welcome to the class 10 students. This is the continuation part of the chapter Heredity and Common Genetic Diseases. In my previous video, I started from the page number 132, and the key terms associated with heredity, the terms that we did are characteristics, trait, allele, locus, unit of inheritance, which is factor or gene. These things we have already done, so I hope these are clear to you all. The next terms that we are going to talk about now are monohybrid cross. So what is monohybrid cross? So there are two types of cross basically. Next one I will talk will be dihybrid cross. So what is this cross? Cross is basically the experiment or the cross breeding, means we take two types of organisms and we artificially make them breed to get the results of our experiment. So that is basically what cross is, and there are two types of cross, the monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. I will tell you what these things are. Look into your book for the definition of monohybrid cross. The genetic experiment of crossbreeding where only one pair of contrasting character is considered is known as monohybrid cross. The word mono means one. Okay, so this is the type of cross where only one type of contrasting characters are taken. For example, look at your book. In Mendel's experiment, the cross between pure tall and pure dwarf pea plant. Pure tall means the pure and hybrid I will tell you later on, but basically pure means it is means no mixture of other types of genes are there. So pure is capital T, and hybrid is capital T small t, where capital T is for tallness and small t is for dwarfness. Okay, so this one is pure tall, but this one is hybrid tall, and the other one is there which since it is small t denotes dwarfness, the gene for dwarfness, so it is pure dwarf. These two are pure and this one is hybrid. Okay, so going back to our example, the cross between pure tall and pure dwarf pea plant. So this is a pure tall pea plant and this is a pure dwarf pea plant, and the cross between these two, this one and this one, is a monohybrid cross, because here the only contrasting characteristic is the characteristic of height of the pea plant. Okay, so the cross between these two will be considered as monohybrid cross, while I will give you another example. Look into your book for the definition of dihybrid cross. The genetic experiment of crossbreeding where two pairs of contrasting characters, that is two alternate forms of two different characters, are considered is known as dihybrid cross. So previously in monohybrid cross we saw that only one pair of contrasting character was seen. That is, in case of pea plant it can be a cross between a pure tall and a pure dwarf pea plant, where the difference between the two is based on only one character, which is height. Okay, but in case of dihybrid, this part di means two. So here two pairs of alternating or contrasting characters are considered here. For example, in Mendel's dihybrid cross with pea plant, he considered shape of seed as well as color of seed. So what are the means, for a particular example I am saying shape of seed and color of seed. So he considered this cross in such a way that these two characters, the contrasting alleles of these two characters, are involved within this cross, and thus we are getting the two pairs of contrasting characters, and thus the name dihybrid cross. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you all what is monohybrid cross, what is dihybrid cross. Next we move on to two more important terms, which is homozygous organism and heterozygous organism. So the next term is homozygous organism and heterozygous organism. Okay, so what is homozygous and heterozygous? First, talking about homozygous, the word homo basically means same. Okay, look into the definition. When the pair of genes present in the corresponding locus of the homologous chromosome are exactly same, the organism is known as homozygous organism, the other name of which is pure. Means previously I gave the example of pure tall, right? Capital T, capital T. So here same type of genes are present in the corresponding locus of a homologous chromosome, right? So then that is why this is known as homologous organism. This pea plant will be considered as a homologous pea plant or a pure tall pea plant, while for heterozygous, this hetero means different. So previously I talked to you about the hybrid tall pea plant, that means capital T and small t. Here not the same type of genes are present, one is for tallness and one is for dwarfness. So this will be considered as a heterozygous organism or a hybrid organism. Clear? So the definition of homozygous and heterozygous you will have to read from your book. Reading the definition of heterozygous organism from your book: when the pair of genes or alleles present in the corresponding locus of the homologous chromosome are of contrasting type. Here it is of contrasting type. One is capital T, which denotes tallness, one is small t, which denotes dwarfness. That is why this is of contrasting types, that is why it is known as heterozygous organism. But the other one, homozygous, it is of same type, both denote tallness, and that is why it is considered as a homozygous organism. Clear? So many such examples can be given about this, and we will get to know about more such examples when we talk about other features of these homozygous, heterozygous organism, etc. Next term is very much related to homozygous and heterozygous. I have used this term previously, and it is known as hybridization. So while I was saying that capital T and small t is basically a hybrid tall pea plant, it is hybridization, that means mixture of two. Okay, it is a process of interbreeding between two genetically different individuals. They may be of the same species or of the different species. Example, in Mendel's monohybrid cross, there was crossbreeding or cross pollination between pure tall and pure dwarf pea plant, and that is how we got this hybrid tall pea plant. Okay, so capital T and small t, since it is a heterozygous organism, that means hybridization has taken place. This process is known as hybridization, and it will be called a hybrid organism. Okay, I will continue with the next few terms that are associated with heredity in the next video. Okay, thank you.